our overall research objectives are to take the idea of using light to do sensing, but in places where people haven't really thought about using these kinds of ideas before. So we could use light to sense atomic motion at the nanoscopic level, which is what we're doing with our cold atom project.
I was a freshman at taking a physics course with Samir in 181 physics, and he was teaching or introducing us in the course, and it got me really interested in this idea of cold matter and using laser light to trap the atoms and slow them down. So after I finished that course, I joined his lab, and it's been 6 years, and here I am.
You can also use light sensing for actually measuring magnetic fields at an extremely sensitive level, which is what our electromagnetically induced transparency project is about.
What I do is I build laser systems and then send them through rubidium vapor cells, and this allows me to discover interesting physical phenomena.
Then finally, can we use light to sense properties of media that are opaque to light? That's what our third project is about.
I signed up for my research project because I wanted to work with other departments in research. In physics, you learn to be able to communicate with all different kinds of engineering.
I learned a lot of different lab techniques, and I've been able to learn how to keep a good journal and really and then communicate my results to my professor and discuss.
Undergrad research is a big thing at Miami, and the way I view undergrad research is that they need to be involved intimately with all details of the experiment.
We get to manipulate data, we get to take data, we get to present it at different places.
I got to present a poster at University of Kentucky on the research I did, and that was a great experience because I got to talk to a bunch of different people from different schools and different professors.
I'll be able to talk about chemical engineering and mechanical engineering and electrical engineering just from the classes that I take.
I went to a conference in Wisconsin. It was called the Division of Molecular and Optical Physics. It's a national conference, and I was able to present some of my research at that conference as a poster.
The really nice thing about this lab is that we home build a lot of our things. So we'll sit down, we figure out what we need, and we'll build that from scratch ourselves. And that's one of the most marketable skills, I think, is just understanding the products that we're working with and being able to use those technologies.
After graduation, I would like to pursue a master's in physics and a master's in business so that I can work with doing contracting.
My goal is to get into medical school and potentially become an orthopedic surgeon.
After graduation, I'd like to go to grad school in physics, and I would like to either become a professor or a research scientist.
My goals are to either pursue a PhD program at some point in physics. In the meantime, I may be trying to look for a job in industry or a teaching position.
It's not just about making an experiment run or taking data or helping someone else like a grad student or postdoc, but actually being responsible for everything about the experiment.
Being able to talk with those people doing research helps a lot with where I want to go with my goals in my career.